Good morning, good evening, good day, good night. I don't know, whatever part of the world you're in. Let's just move some of this crap. I've buried myself deep in rubbish in my shed. There's just junk everywhere because I've just been on a mission, 100 different things all at the same time. But whereabouts am I at? I'll show you where I got to so far. Let's move me drill. Arms are getting there, just waiting for some filler to turn up. As you can see, they're looking pretty good. That one's just the fibre, that one that hasn't got filler on it yet. That one's just the fiberglass. So them two are good. Leg wise, that's the front of the leg, top of the kneecap. That's the back of the leg, and that's the inside of the leg. So that runs up your hip. Don't know if I'm holding that too high. That'd be the top of your hip, bottom of your leg, kneecap. That's the face of it. So both of them are together. They've been cut and fiberglass bonded. As you can see, I've added the ABS strip down the inside to attach it. I've been working on the back plate and the chest plate. Let me grab that. So before I stick that on there, I'll show you what's going on here. This is my back plate. Why is it so... Let me turn my light on. It's dark and dingy. What, you need two hands? Yeah, I do. Is that alright? There you go. Is that better? Don't want to melt my tripod. Right. Excuse me. Sudden pause in what's going on. So this is my back plate. I think last time I spoke, which will be in the same video, was about lining this out for the cuts. I've got the dome that goes on the back. It's a bit like that dome on the back of a set of levers for a motorbike, but this bit is going to be, this comes on and off. So when you put the back armour on, this bit then goes on. There's a plate that goes around the neck there, look. That's going to be separate as well, and then when the whole lot goes together, that should all marry up and make one really nice tight neck seal. So on the inside of the armour, I've added, let's just ignore the sellotape, that's just holding that bit on so I can line it all up. I've added 2 extra strips of ABS on the insides that run over the top, so the chest plate goes into there, creates a join. I've added an extra bit of ABS in this part down here in the kidney area, and that's where the chest plate's going to join there as well. This not only helps join the chest plate to the back plate to make it nice and tight along the kidneys, but obviously strengthens this area because that's where you're going to be pulling it open and closed constantly. And I noticed on my clone trooper it fractured along here, so I might add some support along here. I'm not sure yet. I had to use God, what's that stuff called? That stuff I can't remember. I had to use that, but I'll remember it in a bit maybe. So I've got my ABS plates there popped in on both sides, and these 2 top bits. Now what I'm looking to do today, and amongst everything else that's been going on, I'll give you a show round in a minute because I've been trying to 3D scan stuff and right, I've got these. So this is a little female with a little male, like you have on your jeans. And as you can see, they're magnetic. which is quite good. Now normally everyone uses Velcro, so I'm going to try and shy away from the Velcro as much as I can. It is good, but after a while, you know, it loses its sticky. You turn up at a troop and one of your shoulders is flapping or something's not right. So I want to try and use Velcro sparingly, and where I can I want to use magnets, so that if I do get in a situation where something comes undone, I can alter it, I'll fix it myself with just a knock. Whereas with this being a male and female, once it finds its home, it can't move, and hopefully it can't pull apart. So what I want to do is I want to drill a hole through there, and then I can sit, not down, I can sit that in the hole. So I'll put it so you can actually see, because there's no point showing myself. Then I can sit that in the hole, and you can see that when the next one comes over the top, they'll lock together, locking my chest plate to the back plate. I want to do the same down here in the bottom areas, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one of these here so it locks it together, and then the other different style of magnets are going to go at the back, so that I have two at the back and one at the front. So when you put your finger in, you can dislodge this one, and then them ones will slide apart. In theory. So, yet to try it. So what I need is... Ow! Sorry, my foot's hurting. I fractured me ankle. When did I do it? Oh yeah, on Wednesday last week. Hello. Mr. Iron Man. On Wednesday last week I fractured my ankle. You don't want to go there. Worst thing ever. So I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find the plate I've got to drill. So what I need to do is I need to I know what you're going to say. Should have bloody drilled this before. I've put masking tape on me drill bit, look, so I can stop at the right depth and not drill too far. So the object here is to... There we go. Now I'm just going to... There we go. Easy as that. Right. Oh, come on. So now, this here will drop through. This here won't drop through, he says. I need to just... Ah, see, like I didn't go all the way to the tape. One more. Gingerly. Right. If at first you don't succeed, try harder. Right, now that gives me enough room for that magnet to sit in there, and a little room around the edge for the glue. Now I want that to sit as flush as possible, because I don't want the top of the chest plate sitting higher here. So that looks pretty good, and then it's got little flaps on the back. I don't think I'll be using them, and it comes with these little metal plates. So obviously what you would normally do is push them through fabric and then put that on top and then bend the little flaps over, but it's not going to work, is it? Because I just cut a great big hole in it. And then what I need is another bit of ABS. I need to mount this. I suppose I could just lightly drill 2 holes, force that through, bend the little flaps over. Let's have a go, see if that works. Let's get I would say, do you want to come with me? Let's get a drill bit. Don't worry, I'm only over here. Oh. So I'll fast forward this bit. Let's could do it with a pencil. So I mean, that's why I say I'm working in just a mess. I need to stop it and tidy up at some point in time, because I just get carried away. Let's do it. I hadn't quite calculated on doing it this way, but there you go. That's the way it's going. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way there, you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I shall show you in a second. This is not a professional way to do it, but I shall do it better. I'm just doing this quick for the camera. There's just a little fine where they attach the magnet at the bottom there, that little bit that sticks out. Just need to not use that drill bit, because she's a monster. Obviously I want to try and get this to sit as flush as possible. So I'm just taking a sniff out of there. So that goes all the way through. And that goes in there. I'm just going to bend these over. Okay, that's what I've got so far, and then I shall excuse the jagged edges. Now I can glue that underneath, and that gives me my magnet. But look, it's still sitting a little bit proud, so I'm going to have to put another. I'm going to have to put some spacers around it. Where's my standing? So where's my Stanley? I don't know. Don't try this at home. Let's So what I need is, so I'm going to grind all these off afterwards, so I'm not worried about it protruding out the sides, because once it's all stuck I'm then going to grind it all so it all sits flush, the same shape and size. I won't try and cut it off. Stop it! I've told you, I'm getting in on the action. Yeah, I'm going to trim it all back at the end. It's all the same size. I normally use a big pair of croppy scissors to cut this, but a knife's just as good. I've got me. There you go. Stop using a blade because you're going to cut your fingers. I'll glue them on there. Put a little one at the back, one at the front, and when that goes in, oh, look at that. Look, she's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Obviously I'm going to put it a bit longer and then it will run underneath the armour like that, and that'll give it another extra bit of strength. As you can see, I'm sitting lovely and flush now. And then when I mount this in the chest plate, the two come together. That should be beautiful. Hopefully it'll be strong enough to hold the chest plate down, but that's got to be better than Velcro. Well, I'm hoping it's better than Velcro, because Velcro, the problem with Velcro is it picks up fluff, it becomes less effective, and it sits that little bit higher. When I was bonding all these together to get the levels for the back, with a bit of Velcro just made it sit a little bit higher, and it was so annoying. I really wanted to get away from Velcro. So I haven't got my glue, and I can't pause it. Where's my glue? So I don't know where my glue is. So I didn't bring it with me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I kind of showed you what's going on here. There's just a lot of talking and waffle. I got my knife out, but I don't think I can give you much more advice, apart from I would, any weak areas, just add that bit of extra plastic wherever you can. If you haven't got any ABS plastic lying around, then contact your supplier and ask them if you can send them a spare bit. A really old friend of mine that I've known since I was a young lad, he worked for a caravan company, and this ABS I have here was part of the back wall for a caravan. It was a brand new caravan, and they had to change something in the caravan. They had to take the back wall out of the shower, and this, I think, must have a 3mm ABS. So he had a massive sheet of that he gave me, and it's been invaluable. I've made so much armour with it, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So you might say, I haven't got any ABS, but there's ABS laying around all over the place. You just got to find the right suppliers. If you can't find ABS or any kind of plastic to use in your armour, you could use a bit of Foamex. You can get from any sign writing shop. Foamex is brilliant. You can bend it with a heat gun, mould it into place, and glue it into place. It's just, well, I don't know if it's as strong as ABS, but it's that little bit thicker than ABS, and yeah, it melts a little bit easier with the glue. So I'll try and avoid it, but if it's your only route, then use a bit of that. I'm gonna cut the video because I've been at work all day. I've got a fractured ankle, my foot is killing me, painkillers are wearing off. I'm going to glue these little magnet tabs in place, and I shall see you on the other side of the shiny moon. Good night, peeps.